Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and War of Realms New Agents of Atlas, issue number 2. This was a pretty fun book. There's going to be a bunch of people who aren't going to like it again, but once again, don't forget this is more in line with a manga, but a comic book version of a manga, as opposed to a regular old comic book version of a comic book. Alright, let's get started on who made this comic book. We'll talk about it afterwards. New Agents of Atlas, this is Fire and Ice, Chapter 2. Note, this issue takes place after the events of War of Realms issue number 1, which came out like, a month and a half ago. So yeah, I think we're good. Written by Greg Pak, drawn by Gang Hyuk Lim, colored by Federico Blee, and letters by VC's Clayton Cowles. The cover artist is Woo Dae Shim, and Ron Lim, Corey Hampshire, and Federico Blee are the variant cover artists. All right. So basically, it's just as simple as this. Cinder is attacking the Far East. It's like the Seoul area, and what's the other area in here? Was it the Philippines or like right in the middle of the ocean? Shanghai. There we go. So Shanghai and what do you call all these two separate teams that aren't really teams have gotten together to try and stop them. One team learns very quickly they got to work together. The other team learns a little bit later that they've got to learn to work together for a much greater purpose. You see, Cinder isn't happy with just taking the Far East. Oh no. She actually wants the entire world, and she's going to terraform the entire world to fit her fire goblins, her whole fire demon army. That doesn't bode too well. Plus, it means that there's a really good chance that we could wind up getting a fight between Malekith's armies, all of them, and this betrayal army of Cinder and her forces. Again, this is mostly just a teamwork book. Everybody's doing their own thing, and you got an entire army of people who are like-minded following a single voice, telling them, do this, do this, do this, go here, go there. And then a bunch of individuals, they're obviously really powerful, that's why they survived, but they sure as hell weren't going to thrive in this kind of environment if they weren't working together. So I like that the point of, hey man, these are gods. We can't beat them if we don't work together as a team. So that was cool. I like that. And I believe that's a good state of what the mangas usually are. Mangas, come from Japan, and there's more of a team building mentality in Japan. From my understanding of the resumes in Japan, you're more likely to get a job if you talk about how good you are in a team and how bad you are as an individual and how a team would help you to be better, as opposed to like over here in the West where it's like, oh no man, I'm the best. Teams, yeah, I can work in a team, but I myself, I'm way better than everybody on my team. I'm usually the leader. Like, dude, shh. So this really does go well in line with that mentality. I like this book. I gotta admit, I liked it. In the back, there's a Luna Snow, what do you call it, biography. First off, here's the next issue. Looks like Braun ain't doing so well. Oh, Braun gets a disguise in this one, and I love the disguise. You guys gotta check that out. That was hysterical. And if I can ever turn this freaking page, there we go. Luna Snow, she gets a little biography there. Hey, that looks like the thumbnail that I used when I did the 10 things about, well, it wasn't 10 things about, explained in a minute. And yes, people, sometimes it's longer than a minute. Anyway, good book. Check it out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.